everyone! Recently I got an art kit from the company Paint and Chat, and today's video is going to be me doing a review of all the content and making a painting.
Here's what the art kit looks like when you receive it.
So this is Paint and Chat's new art box. Oh, art kit, I'm sorry. I basically just pulled it out from right here in front. So I'm gonna first read this attached note. It's really cute. It has all their information on the front. So it says, "Hello from Paint and Chat. Thank you for ordering our art box. In it you will find all you need to create this beautiful sailboat sunset seascape painting from the comfort of your home." Then it's got instructions for going on YouTube, the link for the YouTube video, and tips to help you better create your painting.
So this is the link we're gonna follow for the YouTube video, and it's gonna basically show us how to use all the paints and the brushes.
This is so cute. It says, "Above all else, don't doubt the process. No matter how you are doing the painting, it will look great." On the back, it's got a list of the contents in the box, so I'm gonna go through those right now. So first I see that we've got the cup to pour water in and clean the brush. Then we've got an oval brush, thin brush. We've got the paints, which are green, orange, yellow, white, and black acrylic paints. We've also got napkins, and of course a 12 by 12 inch canvas. So I looked up the YouTube video, and I'm gonna watch it at least once so that I know how to create the painting that Paint and Chat had in mind for me. Really, it's specific for its paint colors and the brushes. So this is what the final product should be. I'm sure I won't get it nearly as pretty, but I will certainly try. So I'm gonna start. I'm actually a little bit nervous. I'm not great at painting, but you know, it's something fun to do. It looks here in this video as if she's drawn a line going at about 1/3. I'm gonna do the same thing with pencil. This is my own pencil. Just kind of do a very thin, faint line just to kind of separate what I believe will be the sea versus like the sky and the ship. So it says that we have to basically color in the entire sky. Oh, one portion of the sky, probably around right here with white, and then start mixing in yellow. Grab my oval brush, which was provided, and I'm just gonna give the paint a quick stir just to really make sure that it's mixed evenly. I know it's very hard to see on camera, but actually it's a little difficult to see in person too. Just kind of gotta look and see where the white is gleaming.
After rechecking the video, I went in with the yellow and started to paint the edges of the canvas. I left a small white space in the middle when I started. Eventually, when I was satisfied with the yellow on the edges, I lightly blended some of that same yellow, pulling it toward the space using a streaking motion.
You really have to focus on the pressure of the brush when you're doing this part. Now I believe she moved on to the red. Okay. Now she switched brushes, but since I only have 2 brushes and she's not using the thin brush, I'm gonna take use of my water. And basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scrub just until it's all nice and clean. Let me just dry it off with one of the napkins provided. You want to use kind of a crisscross technique just to make sure you're getting all the surface area of the brush.
When I was sure that there was enough yellow, I grabbed some of the orange and filled in the rest of the space above the pencil line.
I think with acrylics, you really have to put a lot of color, that way it won't dry out as quickly. Sometimes, yes, you will go over the line. That's okay.
I made sure that the canvas was fully covered before I started applying the black. Often, I would replay the video and check that I was still loosely following the visual instructions. Similar to cooking, I would alter and fix what I needed in order to get it as close to the video as possible. I knew I was going to have to go back and blend the colors, so I just went ahead with black. I felt that the one provided was too dark to be blended, so I mixed it with some of the orange, just to soften the colors and make my job easier later. The black, which served to differentiate between the sky and the sea, turned out to be one of the most challenging parts of the painting, despite my mixing beforehand. I think I put on a little too much and it started climbing higher than the video showed. Luckily, I was just about to get to the blending stage where I could fix my mistake.
So I'm going to take a little more yellow and I'm going to bring it into the red. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the smaller brush provided and I'm going to blend it out.
If you've ever painted a landscape before, you probably know that most of the time you're actually just blending. It's so important to have a nice blend in the background so the elements in the foreground can stand out. Essentially, you're creating the foundation for the rest of the painting. I don't really have that much experience painting, but the few times I've done it, I'd say I spend at least half of my total time blending the background. The more time you spend on this, the more complete and cohesive the entire painting looks. So don't be discouraged if your paintings don't look exactly like the video tutorials you follow. It probably means you need to just keep blending and be patient. I am, however, going to skip those boring parts and just show the highlights of blending.
So now I'm going to make some of the rocks. Hopefully they appear, even though I did end up putting a little bit too much black on the outer edges.
It ended up being a very good move to mix the original black with orange for the edges. When I put the straight black on for the rocks and the trees, they stood out more as silhouettes against the lighter black background. Also, my trees don't look great, but combined with the other elements, they serve to help shift the focus onto the center objects.
So now we are going to make the sun, and I'm going to use actually a lid from one of the paint containers to make that. I'm just going to place it right here, right on the center where all the white is at, and very lightly on the trees with pencil, just so you can kind of see it once you start painting. Hopefully not enough that it'll stand out too much. We'll take a hand with this. There we go.
I think my favorite part ended up being the sun. It was just a few fast strokes, but they completely changed the vibe of the painting.
So we're about halfway done now. We have blended out the sky, the sun, some trees, some bushes, and the lake. Now we're on to the boat.
I'm always a little nervous when it comes to small objects like the boat, because it feels kind of high stakes for me. However, I found that it's easier to fix these mistakes than most people would normally think.
So I'm just going to be painting these. This brush is a little thick. I'm not going to be able to get the precise lines, but that's okay. I mean, painting is all about making it your own. So I'm going to go in with some white detail.
At this point, I was pretty excited because the majority of the painting was done and it didn't look half bad. The white details gave the boat some great definition.
I think this green might be a little too bright for this painting, so I just mixed in a little bit of black, some green, made it into a nice dark gray, and if I have to lighten it, I will go back over it with some more green to highlight and accentuate it.
While the white details were front and center, the green details of the bushes gave the painting some depth and complexity, as they are the closest things to us but not the main focus.
pretty much done. So here we go, the final product. Here's what it was supposed to look like in the video. It doesn't look exactly the same, but that's what makes art so unique. It's really about you and your style. I want to give a big shout out to Paint and Chat for sending me this box.
I truly believe that this is a great way to build up a new skill and have fun. If you're interested, make sure to give them a call, and thank you so much for watching.